Introducing the all-new Italiano range of pizza. Pizza Ultimo. Pizza Hut.
Now, international weather experts say that this cyclone started crossing Bangladesh's low-lying areas today, first making landfall in the Patuakhili district in Bangladesh. The cyclone, packing winds of up to 100 kilometers per hour, made landfall in the coastal area in Bangladesh and continues to move on. Meteorologists warn that waves could rise to around 5 meters as a result of the cyclone. Krishna, getting back to your question on whether Sri Lanka will be further affected by the cyclone, the satellite images that we have obtained via AccuWeather.com clearly show the current location of this cyclone. The cyclone has moved away from Sri Lanka and will have no direct impact on the island. However, the strong winds are now moving from a southwesterly direction to a northeasterly direction, and therefore we can expect strong winds today and tomorrow. The current wind speeds of 20 to 40 kilometers per hour could increase to 50 to 60 kilometers per hour, resulting in rough seas. Hence, it is important to remain vigilant. Now, let's quickly cross over to Bangladesh. The cyclone that made landfall in Bangladesh has claimed at least 12 lives. At least 1 million people have been evacuated from Bangladesh's coastal areas to more than 3,200 cyclone shelters.
The cyclone buffeted Bangladesh's low-lying coast, bearing down on the ports of Chittagong and Cox's Bazar as tens of thousands of people huddled in shelters from a storm the United Nations say threatens 4.1 million people. The UN warns that over 8.2 million people in Bangladesh, Myanmar and Northeast India could be affected by this cyclone. Winds of up to 100 kilometers per hour lashed the coast and whipped up waves with an expected 2.1 meter storm surge and heavy rain likely to cause widespread flooding. Authorities in Bangladesh moved residents out of low-lying coastal areas as the cyclone approached to within 800 kilometers. Quoting Bangladesh authorities, the BBC World Service reports that the danger level of the cyclone has been raised to 7 out of 10 for low-lying areas around Chittagong and Cox's Bazar. The Chittagong airport has also been shut down. In Burma, meanwhile, tens of thousands of Rohingya Muslims living in camps in low-lying areas of Rakhine state are feared to be at risk. According to the BBC, thousands of people living in the coastal areas of Myanmar have been warned to evacuate. Several Indian states have issued storm alerts and warned people to take precautions against severe weather conditions.
Well, we are now joined by a journalist from Bangladesh attached to the Daily Star newspaper, Julfikur Malik. Now, he has more details. Let's have a quick look at what he has to say.
But still we are waiting to get detailed information from remote areas in coastal belt. We have so many islands, it's a small shoreland in Greater Chittagong and Cox's Bazar district. So these are very remote areas. So we came to know that this cyclone actually is severely damaged. There are houses in many villages and trees and agricultural land. Because the farmers, they had some crops on the land. Zulfikar Ali Malik, News First from Dhaka.